Hey there, I'm Bruce St. James. She's Pamela Hughes. Where's Rob? Yeah. Here are the stories that everyone's talking about. We get together, we call it The Playlist. Did you know the Occupy Wall Street crowd is still around? Oh, yeah. How do we know? Because, of course, they were clashing with cops over the weekend. In Oakland, there were clashes between police and the OWS crowd. Over 400 people were arrested. A city councilman even says, listen, things have gotten out of hand. When Oakland and San Francisco think you've gone too far with your protesting,
you know there's a problem when
you've gone too far. Meanwhile, over in Washington, D.C., protesters gathered outside a hotel where President Obama attended a sponsored dinner. Guests were showered with glitter
fantastic.
as they went into the hotel. Yeah, they were arresting people there and threatening them. Here's the problem with being showered by glitter. You have to explain to your wife or your girlfriend later, I wasn't at the strip club. That's the only problem.
Well, you got to worry about how you smell, too, because if you got that little spray action going on, you got some issues
you're in a
there.
world of trouble.
Yeah, but you know what? Also in D.C., I kind of got to give them a little bit of credit because I really thought that those protesters would have been gone by now.
Yeah.
You know, the winter, it gets
Chilly.
cold, camping out, not really what you want to do.
Yeah.
But we also had one of the warmest winters on record, so maybe that's kind of allowed them to stick around, but they're looking to kick them out anyway.
There you go.
Track 2.
All right, well, guys, if you own a house, yeah, chances are you've lost a third of its value since 2006. Ouch. Yeah, that kind of hurts. Well, we've got mortgage rates. They're rock bottom as well. So with prices falling, mortgage rates being low, creating a huge opportunity for people who want to buy homes.
Yeah.
Yet we're finding out that home sales are at their lowest level, or were at their lowest level last year since the government began keeping records back in 1963.
Ouch.
Why? Well, mortgage bankers have gotten a lot pickier when it comes to who they're going to give loans to.
Yeah, lenders, there's no more of that zero down, interest only. You better be coming with 20% down minimum and have an amazing credit score. And right now, who's got that stuff sitting around, right?
Yeah, it's not your first home buyers. It's your investors out there.
That's who's buying.
Track 3.
So we don't have any toll roads in Arizona, so why do we need a law that allows cops to impound your car if you don't pay a toll? Well, guess what? There's a bill. They're trying. The bill would fix an existing law that allows ADOT to work with private companies on things like toll roads. It would let private contractors collect tolls. Anybody sound like speed cameras? Anybody?
Yeah.
It also would eliminate a provision allowing motorists who pay tolls to seek reimbursement of fuel taxes.
Okay.
Listen, if you weren't cynical about the way politics works, this is another great example of it. What legislator wakes up in the morning and says, we need to have a bill to fix the toll road problem for the toll roads we don't already have? Somebody got paid.
Well, yeah, and somebody got paid because they're even saying that these changes are needed to avoid scaring investors away. So I know there are a couple projects out there right now that they're tinkering around putting tolls on, but I come from Pennsylvania. Toll roads are just the turnpike, things along those lines. You're just kind of used to it. But let me tell you, if you don't pay your tolls there, they don't impound your car.
Nope.
They even have toll roads there. So why are we trying to pass a bill when we don't even have the toll roads?
Bingo.
Track 4.
Well, you know what? There's a poll for everything these days, especially when it comes to politics. This latest poll is finding that in swing states, you know, the states that actually matter in the elections, Romney versus Obama would be a close race. But if it were Obama versus Gingrich, yeah, President Obama would be getting a second term.
Yeah.
In a head-to-head race, Romney leads Obama by, you know, an insignificant percentage point, really not a whole heck of a lot. But Obama leads Gingrich 54 to 40%.
Yeah.
Now, the president standing against Gingrich has got up 9 points since December, while at the same time, Gingrich has fallen by 8 points. Big gap.
Yeah, well, and here's even the worst news for Newt Gingrich and Newt Gingrich supporters. Ron Paul and Rick Santorum do better in a head-to-head matchup with President Obama than even Newt Gingrich does. Newt Gingrich turns off swing voters in swing states. Equal, you can't win this election. Can't get there from here.
Track 5.
Well, forget a romantic dinner for two. Just the two of you out on the night.
Oh, I like those.
You want a happy marriage?
Yeah.
You want a happy relationship? Double dating, apparently, is the way to do it, Pamela.
Interesting.
Yes, scientists in Maryland who apparently study dating.
Not
Who
a bad
knew?
gig. Yeah.
See, Virginia was for lovers, Maryland's for crabs. I always thought that there was a reason behind them. Anyway, they said they found that relationships of people who spent time double dating tend to last much longer. It increased their attraction for each other, but it also helped them understand the opposite sex. So I think it's a sign when you're sitting at a table across from another couple, you've got backup. Maybe you've got some validation. See, honey, I'm not the only one. I think that could be part of where it comes
So
from.
what you're saying is misery enjoys company? Is that what you're coming out with
Exactly what
this?
it is. You realize they ain't better on the other side. It's as good as it's going to get.
Or you could look at it and say, okay, well, that's how they figured out their problems and they worked it out that way. So there's hope. It doesn't have to be misery. It could be hope. But these same scientists are finding out that couples actually going on double dates is becoming fewer and far between because of the hours at work. People are working so much longer. So not only are you not doing that romantic dinner for two, but it's hard to even go out with any couple nowadays.
Track 6.
All right. Well, the Facebook.
The Facebook.
You like to call it the
I
Facebook.
love the Facebook.
Well, the Facebook could be going public.
No.
Yeah, public meaning we're all on it already, but for sale. The site has about 800 million users. Holy cow. It really has become the new standard for communication between people. It's how you update everybody everywhere nowadays. Well, the IPO is expected to raise about $10 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems like a lot of money, but how do you compare it? Well, Google, huge company as well, gargantuan, raised almost $2 billion when it went public. So Facebook would be 5 times that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And if you look at Mark Zuckerberg, who after the structuring of the company, if and when this happens, and it's expected to happen maybe March, April, he would instantly become the 25th richest man in the world.
Amazing.
So, just right off the bat. Let's kind of get it started. That is the playlist. We recap the stories that people are talking about. We do it at 9:30, 10:30, and 11:30. We thank you for joining us for this hour's version of the playlist.